On Global TV News Express, Minister of Federal Capital Territory moves to commit Federal Capital Territory Administration striking workers to prison. A business civil society organization writes Tinubu over Hajj BTA card policy. On the foreign scene, Iran warns retaliation to U.S. attack will not be limited. And in sports, Nigeria edge Guinea to keep World Cup hopes alive. Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Uyi Agumofwegbe. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has applied for an order of the National Industrial Court to commit the striking workers of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA, to prison over their alleged disobedience to order of the court. The alleged disobedience to order of the court by the workers arose from resumption of the strike, despite an order of the court issued on January 27, stopping the strike until the determination of the suits instituted against them by the FCT minister. To demonstrate his opposition against the workers for treating order of the industrial court with levity, Wike has obtained Form 48, a legal document of court which spells out the consequences of violating order of courts to be served on the striking workers. The Senate has set up a special committee to further galvanize and harmonize opinions expressed by various distinguished stakeholders on electoral matters. The decision was taken after lawmakers returned from a closed-door session where a report on electoral issues was considered. The committee is expected to review the opinions expressed by several lawmakers during the deliberations and submit its report to the Senate on Tuesday, 3rd February 2026. Chairman of the Senate Committee on Judiciary and Legal Matters was appointed to lead the committee with other senators named as members.
The Senate has set up a small committee to further make contributions, galvanize, distill all the opinions of distinguished senators and present them to us for final deliberation on Tuesday.
The outcome of the committee's report is expected to guide the Senate's next steps on electoral reforms. And still on legislative matters, the House of Representatives has held a valedictory session for its outgoing clerk, Dr. Yahaya Danzaria, praising his decades of service to parliamentary democracy. Lawmakers later turned attention to an urgent allegation of discrimination in the recruitment of resident doctors at the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital. National Assembly correspondent Aniete Patrick has more.
The House of Representatives on Thursday paused legislative business to honor the outgoing clerk, Dr. Yahaya Danzaria, at a valedictory session marking the end of his service to the National Assembly. Speaker Tajuddin Abbas described Dr. Danzaria as a stabilizing force whose tenure strengthened legislative procedure, improved record-keeping, and reinforced respect for due process in the 10th House.
Beyond institutional frameworks, Dr. Danzaria exhibited exceptional professionalism. His calm temperament defined his service.
Commendations also came from the Deputy Speaker, Majority Leader, Minority Caucus members, and Representative Miriam Onoa, who praised the clerk's calm temperament, impartiality, and accessibility to lawmakers across the party and region lines.
Attention to details. His humility was infectious. All assignment given to him was with diligence.
Is one of the best committed and dedicated staffs of the National Assembly.
I pray that this nation would not just allow this your brain and contribution to go unrewarded before you get your national honors.
Proceedings were later suspended as lawmakers went into a 40-minute executive session. But when plenary resumed, attention shifted to a matter of urgent public importance on the motion alleged discriminatory practices in the recruitment of resident doctors at the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital, which claims that qualified applicants were rejected on ethnic and state of origin grounds. Lawmakers expressed concern that such actions, if proven, undermine the federal character principle and worsen manpower shortages in Nigeria's health sector.
Suspension of Professor Ikpeme Asanye Ikpeme by the Federal Ministry of Health to ensure he does not interfere with the investigation to be conducted by the Committee on Health Institutions.
The House resolved to mandate the Committee on Health Institutions to investigate the allegations and report back within 4 weeks, reaffirming its commitment to equity, fairness, and national unity. From the National Assembly, Annie T. Patrick, reporting for Global TV News.
A chairman governing board of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, and former Kano State Governor, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has reaffirmed his commitment to efficiency, sustainability, and improved passenger service with the deployment of electric shuttle buses and cabs at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. The chairman made this known at a flag-off ceremony of a new transport system at the airport. Shadat Garba has details.
Addressing stakeholders at the event, the chairman, governing board, Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, and former Kano State Governor, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, said the transport system is part of ongoing reforms to modernize airport operations, enhance safety, and provide a more seamless travel experience for passengers. Ganduje described the initiative as a direct contribution to global sustainability targets, including the International Civil Aviation Organization's goal of achieving net zero carbon emission by 2050.
As part of this deployment, FAN is introducing 10 electric shuttle buses and 20 electric saloon vehicles into airport operations. These vehicles will support airside and landside logistics, staff movement, and passenger services, strengthening coordination and efficiency across the airport.
The managing director of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, Olubumi Kuku, said the deployment of electric shuttle buses and cabs at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, marks a significant milestone in the authority's drive towards energy transition, sustainability, and improved passenger service.
The launch of our electric shuttle buses and cabs today is a powerful demonstration of that commitment, not just to service excellence, but a more sustainable and climate resilient future.
The Chief Executive Officer of Neo Electric, Mosope Olose Bikon, described the deployment of Nigeria's first fully electric airport shuttle service as a bold statement of leadership by FAN, placing the country alongside leading aviation economies, adopting low-carbon, climate-aligned transport solutions.
FAN is doing what only leading aviation economies are doing, modernizing airport assets through sustainable low-carbon mass transit. This places Nigeria firmly in global conversation on ESG, net zero and climate-aligned infrastructure.
With the rollout of electric shuttle buses and cabs at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, FAN is positioning Nigeria's aviation sector on a cleaner, smarter, and more passenger-friendly path, reinforcing its commitment to global sustainability standards while setting a new benchmark for airport transport service in the country. Sadatu Garba, reporting for Global TV News.
In line with the federal government's agenda to strengthen healthcare infrastructure and ensure a smooth transition in the health sector, the Federal Capital Territory Administration has distributed 12 new ambulances to the health sector of the nation's capital, Abuja. FCT correspondent Kabir Hassan completes the report.
The distribution ceremony, which took place at the FCTA headquarters, was chaired by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. Speaking at the ceremony, the minister said the distribution of the ambulances is part of the federal government's commitment to strengthen healthcare infrastructure and improve emergency medical response in the nation's capital. He assured that all critical sectors under the FCT will receive due attention, noting that the administration has also approved the rehabilitation of 14 health facilities across the territory to further enhance service delivery.
I did say before that every sector will be looked into. So many people were saying, why are we concentrating on road infrastructure? So many people were saying, why are we focusing on education? But people forget that these ambulances may break down when there are no good roads. When it is emergency period for you to convey patients and the roads are not motorable condition, then the whole essence of the emergency vehicles becomes useless.
The minister added that the ambulances will be deployed to strategic locations to ensure prompt response to medical emergencies, while stressing the need for proper maintenance and management. The intervention is expected to significantly boost emergency healthcare services and improve access to quality medical care for residents of the Federal Capital Territory. Kabir Hassan, reporting for Global TV News.
Time to take you to Benue State now, where the Governor Hyacinth Alia has flagged off a major roads infrastructure upgrade in Gboko local government area. The upgrade of the roads involves the reconstruction and dualization of township and feeder roads spanning 55 kilometers at a cost of more than 62 billion naira, in line with his administration's urban renewal agenda. Our Benue State correspondent Felicity Ndere completes the report.
The flag-off ceremony took place at Lubuna Junction, where Governor Alia expressed optimism about the massive road infrastructure project, acknowledging the support of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
What we do here today is just the start of the works we have on our menu for our local governments.
Governor Alia said the Gboko Road network will become the second largest in Benue State, adding that other major roads, including the 57-kilometer Awaji-Oju Road in the Benue South Senatorial District, are under construction.
We have brought in a lot of reforms. It is not about me. It is about the poor masses who want these reforms to be made. They needed a good direction, and thank God you have a good direction. And thank God we are ever willing to do that which you desire.
Director of Civil Engineering at the Ministry of Works, Engineer Tifa Wambo, says the project will dualize key roads in Gboko Township to improve connectivity and trade.
These roads are going to have 200 mm stone base, they are going to have 5 cm wearing costs, they are going to have reinforced concrete drainage all through, and then they are going to have street lights on the roads.
Group Managing Director of Jamud Construction Limited assured that the project will be delivered on time and to standards.
And as soon as the groundbreaking is over today, we'll commence work in earnest. I want to assure you, Your Excellency, we will deliver quality projects that will stand the test of time.
The road works include the reconstruction and dualization of the Yando Roundabout, Lubona Junction Corridor, Captain Downs Road, NKSC Anzwa Link Road, Bristol Roundabout to Toti Palace, and the JS Taka Road to Imka Roundabout. In Gboko, Felicity Ndere reporting for Global Television News.
Many thanks, Felicity. Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo has redeployed his Chief of Staff, Gani Audu, to serve as Commissioner in the Ministry of Oil and Gas. The government said the minor cabinet reshuffle was part of ongoing efforts to strengthen governance, enhance service delivery, as well as promote greater efficiency in the administration of state affairs. The governor also noted that he is confident that these strategic adjustments will further enhance coordination, policy implementation, and effective governance in the state. This is Global Television, and you're watching the live broadcast of News Express, where News Express will now continue after this weather forecast, plus business, foreign, and sports stories for you. on the other side of this short break. Please do stay with us.
The dust episode is still hanging around. Moderate dust haze is expected across Yobe, Jigawa, Kano, Katsina, and Bauchi State, while other parts of the north and north central will experience slight dust haze. And yes, this is likely to continue through the forecast period. Now, if you are further south, especially Rivers, Cross River, and Akwa Ibom State, you might want to plan your day carefully. There is a chance of afternoon into evening thunderstorms, so keep an umbrella handy. And that's your weather update for Friday. And just a quick reminder to airline operators, always check the NIMET eFlight Folder portal for the latest weather information before departure. I am Akemi Samarda. Stay safe and stay weather-wise.
Well, thank you for staying with us, everyone. The second part of this news broadcast now continues with business, where Nigeria's House of Representatives has passed the 58.4 trillion naira 2026 budget estimate for a second reading as laid at the National Assembly by President Bola Tinubu, while turning attention to the growing threat of food insecurity in the Northeast. Lawmakers also resolved to probe agricultural interventions as farmers struggle with rising input costs. Here is National Assembly correspondent Aniete Patrick report.
Leading debates on the budget, the House Majority Leader Julius Ihonvere described economic reforms as difficult but necessary, stressing that growth remains the foundation of sustainable development. The House approved the general principles of the 2026 budget, acknowledged inherited structural challenges while noting improvements in revenue performance, foreign reserves, exchange rate stability, and reduced inflation.
The economy before the 2026 budget grew by 3.98%, a decent figure compared to many other countries in developing countries. That inflation is down to 14.45%, down from about 25%. The non-oil revenues increased, exports grew, and direct foreign investments expanded.
During the same session, lawmakers raised concerns over worsening poverty and hunger across the country, with the Northeast worst hit. Lawmaker representing Yobe State, Khadijat Buka, warned that despite improved security, many farmers remain unable to return to their farms due to lack of inputs, credit, and infrastructure.
Results to strengthen and harmonize ongoing national poverty reduction, food security, and post-conflict agricultural recovery initiatives with deliberate focus on agrarian communities affected by insecurity.
Another motion called for an investigation into agricultural intervention funds meant to boost food production nationwide. Resolutions adopted urged the federal government to strengthen agricultural recovery programs in conflict-affected areas, mandate the Ministry of Agriculture and the Northeast Development Commission to scale up support, and task House committees with tighter oversight.
Mr. Speaker, resolved to investigate the circumstance leading to the non-releases of this sum, 55,295,810,075 kobo, to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security.
With the budget passed for second reading, the House adjourned plenary for 2 weeks to allow detailed scrutiny by the Appropriation Committee. From the National Assembly, Aniete Patrick reporting for Global TV News.
Society organization Independent Hajj Reporters has petitioned President Bola Tinubu over the Central Bank of Nigeria's directive mandating the use of automated teller machine cards for the disbursement of basic travel allowance to pilgrims for the 2026 Hajj. In a letter dated January 17, 2026 and signed by its national coordinator, Ibrahim Muhammad, the group urged the president to intervene, warning that the policy could expose pilgrims to undue hardship. The organization noted that about 70% of Nigerian pilgrims are from rural areas with limited access to electronic banking services, noting that language barriers in Saudi Arabia and possible transaction failures could result in financial losses. The Nigerian Independent System Operator has described the ongoing 350 megawatts NNPC Limited's Abuja Gas Independent Power Project as a vital step toward achieving the national target of 8,500 megawatt grid generation capacity by the end of this year, a position announced by the managing director of the entity, Engineer Abdul Bedel, during an on-site assessment visit to the project location. Leading a high-level management delegation, he evaluated the current stage of construction and identified key areas for enhanced collaboration to accelerate project's completion and timely commissioning. The team expressed confidence that before the end of 2026, the full electricity value chain from generation through transmission to distribution enable real-time visibility, improved grid monitoring, and enhanced system reliability and stability. On the foreign scene, Iran has threatened to instantly strike the United States bases and aircraft carriers in response to any attack after U.S. President Donald Trump warned time was running out for Tehran to make a nuclear deal, and the EU blacklisted its Revolutionary Guards as a terrorist organization. Iran's military spokesman, Brigadier General Mohammed Akhramenia, told state television that U.S. aircraft carriers have serious vulnerabilities and that numerous U.S. military assets in the Gulf region are within the range of Iran's medium-range missiles. Let's turn to other stories. Let's turn to sports for you now. Kano Pillars forward and general manager Ahmed Musa has sent a message of hope to the club's fan base as they continue their fight to escape relegation in the 2025-2026 Nigeria Premier Football League season. Musa scored the decisive goal as Kano Pillars, boosted their survival hopes with a 1-0 win over Northwest rivals Katsina United. It was the former Super Eagles captain's third goal of the season in 14 appearances, and it proved enough to secure the club's 8th win of the campaign after 23 matches. Nigeria's senior men handball team, the Golden Arrows, have kept their 2027 IHF Men's World Championship dream alive with a nervy 30-28 victory over Guinea in Thursday's 5th to 8th place semi-final at the 27th Africa Men's Handball Championship in Kigali, Rwanda. The playoff encounter, which determines Africa's 5th representative at next year's World Championship in Germany, saw the Golden Arrows demonstrate remarkable resilience after being reduced to 6 men in the first half following Farouk Yusuf's red card dismissal. Playing a man down for the bulk of the contest, Nigeria still managed to establish a 16-14 advantage at halftime and held their nerve after the restart to repel Guinea's spirited comeback attempts. Let's talk some soccer now. Arsenal have entered the Premier League weekend, clinging to a 4-point lead at the summit. Their title advantage reduced after a damaging 3-2 home defeat to Manchester United last Sunday that has raised all too familiar fears. That result, combined with recent draws against Nottingham Forest and Liverpool, has allowed both Manchester City and Aston Villa to close in during a critical stretch of the campaign, leading to questions about whether Mikel Arteta's perennial runners-up might be headed for another collapse. Quite a salient question to ask. We wish Arsenal all the best. But now let's end the News Express with a look at some of our top stories for you. A civil society organization, Independent Hajj Reporters, has petitioned President Bola Tinubu over the Central Bank of Nigeria's directive mandating the use of automated teller machine cards for the disbursement of basic travel allowance to pilgrims for the 2026 Hajj. On the foreign scene, Iran has threatened to instantly strike U.S. bases and aircraft carriers in response to any attack after United States President Donald Trump warned time was running out for Tehran to make a nuclear deal, and the European Union blacklisted its Revolutionary Guards as a terrorist organization. And finally, in sports, Nigeria's senior men handball team, the Golden Arrows, have kept their 2027 IHF Men's World Championship dream alive with a nervy 30-28 victory over Guinea in Thursday's 5th to 8th place semi-final at the 27th Africa Men's Handball Championship in Kigali, Rwanda. And as News Express for you, a quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen, including at Global TV NG. I'm Uyi Agmofwegwe saying we appreciate your time with us. Our broadcast here on Global Television continues.